Welcome back to another episode of This Square Room, your new favorite podcast. We have new episodes every single Tuesday on any platform that you can listen to podcasts on, so be sure to tune in and tell a friend about it. My name is Jonel, and I'm here with Hugh-Gene and Deswayne. How are you guys doing today?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Just okay.
Oh, all right. Hugh, how are you today?
I'm good.
Oh, we got it good. All right.
How are you, Joe?
I would also say just okay.
Why are you just okay?
I don't know. I've just been like really busy and just really tired lately. Just so tired. Yeah, and then like I hate to be that person, but like daylight savings, not the time difference, it's just like I just feel more tired in the winter because it gets dark so early, you know? So yeah, why are you just okay?
I don't know. You know, some days my eyes are better than other days.
Oh god.
It's one of those days where it could be better.
You still blind?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yikes.
For sure.
But you have an appointment finally.
Yes, I do.
And it's not for like 2 months.
Better than never.
Yeah, but like if you had gotten this appointment like a year ago when it started,
that's true.
Then you would have been way ahead. So, I mean,
somebody told me just go to the hospital. And I'm like, well, if I go to the hospital, I feel like they're still going to be like, okay, we're going to set you up for somewhere else on another day. So
maybe, but like if you go to the ER and you're like, hey, like my eyes are literally going, like I need something done and now. At least to like do some tests, because if you just like wait for your doctor to refer you to a specialist, like you're not doing any sort of testing whatsoever.
None.
So I don't know. Just saying. And then you said you're doing good, Hugh. Any particular reason, or just, you know, just a good day?
No,
it's just not a bad day.
No, it's not even just today, just in general.
You're just good.
Yeah, I've lost like between 10 to 7 pounds.
Excuse me?
I've lost 10 to 7 pounds.
Oh, that is not what you said.
That's what I
said in the last 10 to 7 pounds.
Oh, well.
No, he did say I heard he lost, but like numbers don't work that way. You go 7 to 10.
I said what I said.
You don't say 10 to 7.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Because when he said 7, I was expecting like 17.
Well, maybe he said 10, and then he was like, maybe it's a little bit
less. But he's doubling down on it, so he's not.
No, I'm standing by what I said, but what he's saying is right, because it was like it's 10, but it's staggering.
And then you're like, oh, it's kind of a little bit less than that.
Fair, but then it's the doubling down that threw me off. But all right, that's cool. Good.
Yeah, no, I doubled. Yeah, yeah, there's that. Yeah, just that. I just felt good.
Ooh, sorry. Before you start,
what?
So I told my brother. I said, Hugh said.
Doesn't he listen?
Yeah.
So why'd you have to like?
Because I remembered something and I wanted to tell Hugh.
Oh, okay.
So when I did tell you that somebody wanted to meet you, my brother, I told him what you said, which was okay, but it might be very underwhelming. Mm-hmm. You know, you're different here than you are in person. Mm-hmm. And I told him that I think you're kind of like Dwayne in a sense. Mm. And he froze and he's like, so he's annoying. And I'm like, I didn't say that, buddy. I did not say that. Mm. So he still wants to meet you, but he's going to keep his expectations.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Welcome to the reality, kid. Don't keep your expectations super high.
You guys
think
need
you fuck
to
yourself over.
Lay off your other brother.
I do. I didn't say anything. I just said he's kind of like Dwayne. I don't think Dwayne's annoying anymore. Anymore. He used to be when I didn't understand him, but I understand him now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's nice. Okay, let me ask you guys. Have either of you... I feel like I know the answer, but I'm going to give you guys a benefit of the doubt. Have either of you guys been guilty of asking a woman what they were wearing over the phone?
Oh, for fuck yes.
No, I've never done that.
For fuck yes.
I've never been that interested, I guess.
What? I want to know what I'm missing.
I've never cared.
Ew, what you're missing.
What I'm missing.
Okay. Why have you never done it? Are you sure you've never done it?
No, I haven't done it. Nothing's piqued my interest that much, I guess. That's the only reason why I could think why I haven't done it. Or I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
In a sexy way, right? That's what you're talking. Because she could be like, I'm cold. And he would be like, well, what are you wearing? And she'd be like, oh, my robe. And be like, you stupid idiot.
No, I'd be like, put on a sweater.
No, not like that.
Or close your window.
Okay. But in a sexy way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not like what are you wearing? Like what are you wearing?
I'm cold. Oh, your nipples hard? Like...
Or like when girls are like, I think I mentioned this one on the podcast before and how cringy it is. But when a girl's like, oh, like I got to take a shower, or I just got out of the shower.
Oh, I called you at the perfect time.
No, a guy would be like, oh, you showered without me. It's like, yeah, like ew.
No. Yeah, shower's my private time.
Mm.
But okay, so why? What do you get?
Because I want to know.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, it's always straight men who ask women what they're wearing, and it's like, what do you expect a woman to be wearing? Like lingerie all day long?
I'd prefer you tell me nothing.
The lesbian women not ask this questions?
I don't think women ask women these questions so unsolicited, unless it's like you're in the mood and you two are talking. Like, women understand how women are. They're not just gonna like call you up and be like, so what are you wearing? Like, that's not, women have a better understanding of women's wants and needs and when certain questions are appropriate and when they're not.
They're
and straight men, no, they're actually not. So
of course they are.
No.
What do you do?
Is this, you mean like guys just ask this question out of context, or it's because there's a reason?
Well, they have their own reasons, of course.
But
like,
we don't really care. Or I don't really care what you're wearing. I just want to hear what you're wearing. I don't care if you're wearing lingerie or granny panties, boy shirts. I just want to. What are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing my pink boy shirts. Oh, the one that say baby girl on the back. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, 2002. Like, what?
That's how it goes. If you're like, oh, I'm wearing, my nightgown, the long one. I'm going to try and make that sound sexy. No matter what you tell me, you can be like, I'm wearing...
Not even ankle is showing. No wrist,
nothing,
no neck,
nothing.
no
I'm wearing
ankle.
my nun costume from Halloween.
Burqa right now. Ooh.
Oh.
Show me that wrist.
You see what I mean?
Okay, let's not bring religious garb into it.
I think you guys want us, like, we think, like, oh, she's wearing sexy panties. And
I really doubt that half
we
the
know
time.
you guys don't wear that all the time.
Yeah.
We just want to, we're trying to just spice it up. What are you wearing? That's all we're asking.
Put some cayenne pepper on that.
Just have a little fun.
Shit.
You could be in jeans and lie to me for all I give a fuck.
So you want us to lie to you and tell you that it's something sexier than it really is.
Even if it's not something sexy.
So here's the
I'm
thing,
going to
you
make
guys
it sound sexy.
You guys are trying to like engage
No, you guys.
in some sort of...
Some. I'm not part of this.
No, I'm the you guys. Yeah,
Fair. To be fair, though, I am looking at
Yeah.
this. So, but like men like you, Des, not you, Hugh, but men like you are trying to like force something. It's like you guys call us, we pick up the phone, and like right off the bat, you're like, "So, what are you wearing?" And it's like, listen, like, sir, I'm just doing my homework, or I just washed the dishes.
But
like, I'm not trying to get into anything. And like, you guys, whether you want us to tell the truth if we're actually not wearing anything, or like you said, lie about it. And it's just like, who said we wanted to engage in this type of
I'm assuming
sexual conversation with you anyway?
Yeah, but I'm assuming that this guy has some sort of sexual connection, or is this your friends asked you this?
No. No one's asked me this in a long time.
But the guy probably has some sort of feelings.
I'm saying no. I don't care what here's what you don't understand. It's not about his feelings. Obviously, he has some sort of sexual attraction to this woman.
Yeah.
But I have been on the receiving end, and I know many friends who've been on the receiving end.
But is this the person you're involved with?
No.
Is this a friend?
Just a friend, or even if it's like someone that you're talking to, but like men take it too far, and the girl's just like, nah, like, what are you doing?
I don't know, they communicate clearly what you guys are, then fuck.
What do you mean?
But like, to me, like, someone talking to just pop that and that question out of nowhere.
Young boys.
Unless,
I'm
they're
talking
kids.
Like teens, early 20s.
Oh, it's the fucking teens then. No, they're kids.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought you were talking about like adults, like 30 now, like our age range. I'm not. I know we're talking about kids.
When was the last time you've asked such a question?
Sometime this year.
So,
Can't tell you when, but sometime this
But is
year.
it someone that you're involved with?
20s.
Fuck, I asked that to everybody and anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
In Des' case, he's involved with everybody.
Hey, Des. You sound happy. What are you wearing? What?
Ew,
what are you
what?
wearing?
Hey, we're best friends, buddy. What are you doing, man? We just played basketball together. Why ask me that question, dude?
Oh shit! Wrong number. Shit!
I'm wearing boxers, bud. Got a moose knuckle right now. You want to see it?
Boy. That's when I would hang up.
But you know what? Honestly, that is kind of what you get.
But yeah, no, I just asked to ask. Like, if you want to tell me, you want to tell me. It's not as serious, to me at least, as, women might feel it is. It's not.
No, we don't think it's serious. We just think it's cringy and you need to be stopped.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Do you tell them it's cringy?
I think when I was super young, I didn't. I would just be like, oh, why do you want to know? Like awkward, like, you know.
You just entertained it.
Right, but I'm saying I was young, right? This is like me, like super young. But then as a group, I used to like, I'm getting better at calling out cringiness, and I'm like, just stop, please. No, don't do that. Don't do it. And the guy's like, oh, what? I'm like, I know what you're doing. Just don't do it. And normally it's fine. We can like laugh it off after that, but like now he knows, like, don't try that shit with me.
See, on the other end, right? I've been on the other end, not necessarily of the what are you wearing, but the girl being the one to make those kind of comments. And as
what I mouth do.
as a guy, when you respectfully shut down a woman, it's almost the worst thing you can possibly do. Because now she no longer can act the same. She can't talk to you the same. She can't look at you the same. She feels like she's the ugliest person. Exactly.
That's her problem.
And it sounds like it's a her problem, but it's not. It's a you problem. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like on the opposite side of that, when it's the other way around, the guy is still at fault in a sense.
What did you learn in that situation?
That
don't deal
I'm
with that
always
person.
wrong.
Deal with a more mature person that can handle rejection.
That's very. You have to find out by rejecting somebody if they can handle rejection.
Especially if you're saying like very cliche things.
I want to see that moose knuckle,
and
boy.
Someone is just like, oh, like that's so like cringy, or like, did you really hit me with that line? Like, you know what I mean?
You got that print.
Like if someone was
ooh,
like,
look at your dick print. I'm like, all right, buddy. All
got
right.
that print in that gray sweatpants, boy. I want to see it. I want to see that little sausage.
No, like that little sausage.
Yes, he did.
I want to see that cocktail wiener.
I think of those like little Vienna sausages.
The ones in the can? Is that what they're called? Yeah.
I think they maybe come in a can.
That's what I thought about too.
Jesus, Hugh.
Let me see it.
No.
Come on.
But for instance, Hugh,
That's what girls sound like to me.
if I said to you, if I was like, did it hurt? And you were like,
Did
what are you
what
talking?
hurt?
When you fell from heaven.
I should say, shut the fuck up.
I would not be offended by it. I mean, the shut the fuck up was a little harsh. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm an entertain. I would entertain that. Entertain it.
Yeah, depends. I don't know. I guess it depends on the person.
I know it's cringy, right? So if you're just like, I'd just laugh it off.
With my mood and that I'm in right now, I'll tell you to shut the fuck up.
I mean, you tell that to me 9 times out of 10.
Now,
9.9.
But like, if you're like calling me and you're like, hey, did it hurt? And I'll be like, fall from heaven. I'll be like, okay.
Hey, that was a good one.
Yeah, I'm like, dork. I'll be like, yeah.
If I was like, Des, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Shit, I'm the only 10 you see. You're about 20. Jeez.
I'd be like, you're lying to me. There's no one that's a perfect 10, you lying bitch.
See, but even when you hit me back with that, like, I just want to vomit.
I'm always ready.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
I like the entertainment.
Because it's cringy and I don't
even
like
the heaven
it.
one. What? When she said, did you fall from heaven? Did it hurt when you fall from heaven?
Like,
I would have been
no,
like, no, because I landed in your arms. Oh my God.
I'd be like, no, I'm going back.
Oh.
Okay, the let it in your arms, I'm like, okay, that was not bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, you threw it back at me in an appropriate way. Taking it to the 20 thing, like, that's just...
Yeah,
that's just
well, you
too
started
much.
it with the 10.
I know, which is why I would never, I can't be that cringy. I don't know.
I don't think there's any harm in hearing these stupid lines. Like, if it comes to the point where the person's always saying it, now you're like, okay. At first, haha, he, but now you're annoying. Like, chill. Then fine.
There's no harm in it. I think it's when, like, people take it seriously and they call it game. Like, younger guys who are like, oh, what are you wearing? And he thinks, like, that's, like, getting the woman, like, riled up.
Yeah, but you guys
I got a lot. And
you guys gotta let us know.
And then
I'm talking about now.
my girlfmes and I, like...
Even at my age, I never heard guys say this shit.
Well, I don't talk to people, so...
I never even heard guys say this kind of shit.
2 a.m. Hello? You sound like you're sleeping. I was.
Yes, 2 a.m.
What are you wearing? I'm asking that.
Can I tell you, if I got that, I would look at the phone and, like, click.
And I would have called back and been like, oh, my bad. Sorry, I hung up. Accident.
the house phone.
What were you saying again?
Wake up
my mom.
phone?
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone for a while, so I was called a house phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
going, like,
fine.
way, way back. No, I wasn't dirty talking those.
I don't know what
that
age
age.
gauge you guys are talking about. I'm
7.
lost. 7. For you, that makes sense.
Sorry. I'm lying about 7. It was probably like 9.
Sure?
It was
You
probably
sure?
like
9?
9. Yeah, it was probably like 9, 10.
Eating pussy at 9 years old?
No, I said talking dirty. No.
You're like, I wasn't actually eating pussy. I was just talking about it.
Yeah, that was. I might have touched a couple by then, but that's not the point. Anyways, It's not about me. It's about these creeps.
A couple?
Yeah, maybe
By the
one
time
or
you were
two.
Why are you shocked?
Maybe
He's
like one or
fucking at 11. Why are you shocked? Why are you stunned? Why are you stunned?
It's
No,
not
come on,
even-
don't be naive.
it's
You know
not
why you
even
stunned?
shocked and stunned. It's like disgusted.
Why?
Because it's
The nigga's fucking at
disgusting.
11. Why are you just like?
Was it 11?
11, 12.
Yeah, so nothing should surprise you anymore.
I know. I'm just so disappointed in life. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I think it's what actually inspired it. It was
Oh, by the way, Hugh, earlier you said dork. I learned a couple of days ago that a dork they refer to in marine biology as a whale's penis.
A dork.
Yes.
oh, look at
I
you
heard it
learning
in a
facts.
show and I
Yeah,
was
boy,
like,
you got that dork on you. You
see
got
what you
that
did?
whale cock.
See what you did?
yeah,
Thank you.
Do you know what show I heard it in?
Thank
What?
you, man.
Big Mouth.
Ah.
What do you mean?
The show Big Mouth.
What? Like what? Like
Oh, there's a new season that came out.
there's a new season already?
Yeah, I know, crazy.
Oh my god, I don't
Yeah.
go on Netflix.
Oh my god, the new
anymore.
season is so fucked up,
Is it?
and it was so fucked up.
Oh, I'm
like
not gonna
yeah,
watch
I
it.
didn't think they could get worse.
No,
Oh
because you're
my
like you heard
God.
it from Big Mouth. I'm like, no, you didn't. I didn't hear that,
yeah.
but that makes sense. I haven't heard the new season yet. Interesting,
Yeah, I just thought I would share that with you guys.
Thank you.
interesting, and
Thank you.
disgusting, but okay. And the fact that you heard it on that show, I'm like, it couldn't have been in a
No,
appropriate.
no, not at all.
Yeah, boy, you got that dork. You got the dork on you. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the voice. Yeah, that's the creepy voice.
Okay. Anyways, do either of you guys think that like there's this like theory that I heard online, and I was like, you know, actually I'm not gonna say my opinion on it, but basically it is that men will sometimes, not all men, but some men will date a certain woman as a like placeholder until he's able to make more money. And I'm sorry, my dog sounds like a friggin' whale right now with the whale calls.
He's got that dork, man. He's trying to attract them dorks.
Yeah, leave it like that. So what was I saying? Yes. So it's that men will date, you know, a woman as a placeholder until he's able to make more money and then start to date the type of woman that he actually wants to date. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a thing? I don't think like every person is out here doing that. But I think
that's
certain people who really believe like, oh, I'm about to have my come up, I'm about to
I feel like both sexes probably do that.
I can see people dating within their financial bracket, yes. And then when they feel like they've reached a certain bracket and they have a higher taste for things, I can see people being like, yeah, no, I knew it was never going to last between me and you, you know, because I know where I want to be while you want to stay here. So I can see that, and I can see where from the loser end of it, the person feels like you use me until you can get
What you wanted.
Yeah.
No, but what about a man going into it? Like, not like after the fact being like, oh, well, you know, like going into it and being like, nah, like it's just a for now thing. But not, obviously not telling her, but like
What
in
does
his
that
head,
mean?
like, I'm dating you for now. Once I hit this business deal or once I, you
I'm
know,
outta here.
make my first million, then
Yeah,
I'm
no, like I said, I think both people do that. I think both sexes do that.
I'm sure both do,
I think
but
both are guilty of
generally
it.
speaking, I don't think women do that because women are more emotionally driven. So a woman is gonna meet a man and like be like, I see his potential. I'm gonna work my way up with him and
But
you
what
know
I mean
support
by,
him and
like-
stick by him.
But what I mean by like women probably may potentially also do that is that one guy may come around that actually meets that like whatever they want, and they're like, oh well, you meet this person, you meet this expectation, so go with that. That's what I mean. Like I think
Right.
both do it in their own way.
But you're thinking of like, you're saying that someone like a woman may leave her man for what she may consider an upgrade. But I'm talking about dating with the intention of knowing that this person is only a placeholder. I'm dating you because
Oh,
you
yeah,
kinda
no.
fit into my life right now, but you're not who I want to marry. You're not who I want to end up
Yeah,
with.
like I said, boys, I think both sexes do that.
I don't think it's as common for women because, again, the emotional side to it, it's like when you have that emotional connection, it's not as easy to just like up and leave, you know? I'm sure women do it as well. I don't think it's as
Both sides. That's just,
common.
I just say both sides.
With the comment, I think it's not as common in women, like you said, Joe, but other things are more common in women.
Like what? Strictly dating?
no,
a
like-
certain type?
This guy makes me feel safe, so I'm gonna stay with him. only because he makes me feel safe. But really, on another hand, maybe she's on the road with a secret bad boy, but comes home every night to feel safe, knowing, So it's like everyone has their reasons for whatever. But either way, going into a relationship knowing that you don't want to be with that person and it's just for the time being, for whatever emotional reason you're going through, financial. If that's a conversation you guys had, then by all means, there's nothing wrong with it. But
in this placeholder
that's just
scenario,
manipulative at that point,
right?
Yeah.
And then like the woman's just like, he's never gonna put a ring on it, and the guy's like, nah, like
no, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm actually
I'm
not.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. Like, I saw this thing online, and I was kind of like, interesting, because like I've heard this theory before, but like just kind of thrown out here and there, and I'm like, I wonder what you guys think.
I think it's people. Everyone's been through different things for different reasons. And, if you are... if you care about other people and their feelings, like if you're a very selfish person, then this is...
decent human being. You should...
This is not going to bother you if you're selfish and just a dickhead. But if you are a decent human being... you understand what this does to the other person, and you would have some sort of remorse. The same thing, Hugh says about if it's just sex, might as well just go buy a girl, get a prostitute or something.
It's like if you like this person and they're cool, but you don't see anything with them and you know that they want something long term, it's like, don't put them through it, or just be like, hey, like, I don't see anything long term. I do like you though. If you want us to have a whatever arrangement, that like I can be cool with that. But it's just like to have that in your head
before you even start
and not let them know. It's like, okay, so do either of you guys believe that there can be a reason for cheating sometimes?
Yeah,
sure.
Cheating a lot of times is a lack of something that you're not getting, or
I disagree.
It can.
Sorry, let me rephrase. A valid reason?
Oh, there's no valid reason for it. But like, it could be cheating because you lack something in the relationship.
I don't know, man.
What?
Because the guy who thought there was not a valid reason for cheating got shot in the head and died in front of his girlfriend because he wouldn't kiss the other girl. So I mean,
but that's not even cheating. If it's right in front, I mean, I guess
it's still
is,
cheating. Exactly.
No, he was probably just like,
no, but that's what I mean. It depends. I'm not gonna say there's
you can't
not
use that
a valid
example.
reason. That is a valid reason to cheat. You have a gun and you want me to kiss you. Let's say you want me to have sex with you.
No. She pulled out the gun after she was rejected the second time.
Exactly. So he didn't cheat twice and got shot for it and died.
Well, I guess in that context, yeah.
Can you imagine if like
I could.
They were sleeping around like behind the other one's back, and then like now because she's asking in front of her, he's
acting
like,
a certain way.
So
I can believe it.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's probably the
like,
case.
When we were reading that story,
it didn't make sense.
Why would she feel so ballsy? Because I think we were throwing on theories of like, oh, maybe she sees how her boyfriend,
because she just got divorced.
And they were all living together, and like she's seeing a functional relationship, so maybe she was envious. But like maybe that's all true, but also maybe they were doing something on the side.
See what I'm saying?
And now you rejected me when I'm trying to.
Oh, this is what it is, huh? Pew! Whoops.
Yeah.
Do I think there's a valid reason ever? I'm gonna say yes. I'm not gonna say there never is, but 99% of the time, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Well, there is a woman in Australia who says that she actually has a legitimate reason for cheating on her last 3 boyfriends. She has narcissistic personality disorder, so she's unable to internally validate herself and constantly relies on the validation like from other people, which is why she's saying she essentially can't stop cheating on people. But I'm like, that, and I was reading like the comments and stuff and what other people have to say about this, and I'm like, it's definitely just a big old excuse, because you can no, it makes you kind of say but then when you think about it, it's like, so you find a partner that validates you go to therapy to make sure you're not having to and she works as a model, keep in mind, so she already has validation from
she still doesn't feel valid.
The public.
Sounds like a modern day relationship. Everyone seems narcissistic these days anyways.
I mean, probably.
So like I'm not that doesn't surprise me to hear that. So
what?
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 I watched an episode of The Good Doctor,
Okay.
And a girl used to cheat on her husband, and she swore she didn't and everything. And then whatever, things came out. They found out she was cheating the whole entire time. But it turned out she had a tumor, and that's what caused her to do these things.
See, I'll give you more grace because of a tumor. That literally is altering your brain.
Yeah. So her with these there's
See,
so many things wrong with so many people that you can't say that she's invalid for, like, maybe she doesn't, but that's what she really believes, and that's what's causing her to do it.
I think she probably does have narcissistic personality disorder, but I think she's also leaning into it. You know, when you take like a legitimate reason and you make it more of a...
She doesn't know what to do with
excuse.
it. Maybe she has seen, we don't know what she's tried and what she didn't try, and maybe she really has tried to stop, and she felt so uncomfortable with just the one. She didn't feel valid enough, and maybe it caused her to act irrational completely. And this is the only thing that makes her feel rational is
polyamory.
Keep cheating. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying she's right. I'm just saying her point of why she does it. It's very hard to say no or yes. But if that is what she truly believes, the same way, psychopaths feel a certain way, and if they don't do this, then everything else just doesn't seem right.
I'm just wondering if she's actually been diagnosed with this, or she just came up with this by herself with some Instagram.
She probably Googled it, honestly.
See, that's
just
the
Google
problem.
The reasons why she does certain things.
Yeah, that so if it, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be honest. I doubt she got told by. I feel like a lot of people that bring up their mental health issues, they just go like, oh, I have this. They don't actually get like diagnosed by an actual professional. So by today's standards, I wouldn't be surprised if she just Googled it and just found a justification for why she did what she did.
I can believe that too.
But
maybe she really believes it.
But once again, to me, it's probably just a reason to justify why she constantly cheats. But like, at the end of the day, who knows? If she got told by a professional that, hey, you clearly have this, whatever.
Maybe in a couple months we'll find out that she wasn't lying.
And then it's like, okay, I'll give you some grace there. But I'm going by today's standard, and I doubt it.
Like, you have sex addicts who are like legitimately addicted to sex, and their partners aren't like, okay, it's okay then. You're like, no, you go to therapy, you get treatment for it, just like any other addiction. So it's like, it may be a valid thing but she claims to know this about herself.
No. Like, we don't know if she's gone to therapy or anything like that.
I'm just saying, did she be told by a professional, or she just...
That part, we don't know.
That's what my speculation is.
And there's people with sex addictions that it's not okay with their partner, and they're still doing it, claiming to go to work or be on a business trip.
Oh, I'm going to work.
Once you get into deceiving the other person, you're always going to be in the wrong, despite your
reasoning.
Right, because your reasons may be, oh, it's out of my control, it's this and that. So like, okay, if that's the case, have a conversation with your partner. Don't be doing all this stuff behind their back.
Okay, if before she had a boyfriend, if she was like, hey, whatever, they're flirting, they're in the talking stage or whatever, and she openly tells him, like, I am a cheater, for him to believe that she's not going to cheat on him, is that her fault or his fault?
They're both stupid.
I don't think so.
If you're a cheater, go fucking...
Whose fault do you think it is?
I think it's his fault.
Well, the guy's dumb for going with the cheater, but then the girl's stupid.
If she's telling you that she's cheated on everybody...
They're both dumb-dumbs. Go get yourself worked on.
I've had conversations with people who've been like... And like, not even... I think probably... one at least in my past has been in a romantic way, but I've talked to people who are like friends who have been like, yeah, I've cheated on every person in my past, but I know that the next one I won't. And I'm like,
way to be on the right side.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but they're like, I've done a journey of self-discovery.
Self-discovery. I went to Thailand and I went backpacking and I bought those pants that every girl buys and I found myself.
You know what I love?
No, the person I'm thinking about is a man.
I love that Hugh. That's what I was going to say.
Same thing.
I love that Hugh went straight to girl.
No, because I think that, I always think of that, because that sounds like a chick, to be honest. And that's like the typical self-discovery. I went to Thailand and backpacked, and there's always the same pants. If you know it's like some jogger pants. I think it has like elephants on it. It's always the same pants.
Elephants?
I can't remember. I've seen the pants before, because for some reason every chick that goes to Thailand gets these pants.
Okay.
But like, no, the dude too, I told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was like, like the last relationship, he really looked inwards.
No, but that is completely different than him going and being like, okay, I'm gonna date you, but I want you to know I'm a cheater. Like, I can't help but cheating. So if she did that, I wouldn't say that's her fault.
Wait, what?
The girl that we were talking about in this in the new
Australian
yeah,
girl.
thank you. I don't know her name.
You guys are more graceful than me. I'll tell her to shut the fuck up.
You would,
I wouldn't even give her the time
but
of day.
for her to date these guys, if she was being manipulative and was like, "Oh yeah, we can be together forever," type of thing, I'm a good girl, and then cheats, that's one thing. But if she has this narcissist,
Roll it back.
if she has this tendency,
No. Try do the word.
narcissistic tendency,
There you go. There you go.
I feel like it's more leaning to the narcissistic tendency.
if
She's
that's what
probably
it is, but
putting it on the internet just to get attention.
But maybe she was open about it, and maybe, she had talked to them about it. And it's not necessarily she put this on the internet.
Well,
Somebody
she
else
had to
could have.
talk
She
to
talked to
someone
somebody.
about
Of course,
it.
exactly.
I don't know, man. I'm just going by how a lot of people on the internet are. And when she said model, I assume Instagram model, and a lot of these people
Another
are,
model could have put that out there just to get her career demolished.
Once again, I'm saying this. I'm going based on how this shit tends to go. I don't know, but a lot of time people put this shit out to either one to make themselves feel better and to get attention.
I feel like I don't know the full thing, but I feel like she did the article because like her full name is in it. Like no one's gonna publish an article with your full
Haters
name.
will.
Dude,
Haters
yes,
will.
they will.
No.
If me and you are
reputable
models,
publication.
If me and you are models and
what
I don't like
publication is
you,
it?
I don't know, some Australian. I think it's called
Oi!
Hoodlums or something.
Oi, the hoodlums! Hello.
and
Hey,
I don't
boss.
like you as a model, and I hear this about you,
Oh,
I'm
no,
putting
that's
your
just the
full
page that
name,
shared it.
I'm putting your address, I'm putting everything
That's
to
how you
get
go
you
to jail.
out of here.
That's called doxing.
Well, it wasn't me. It was the Australian site. They got an anonymous tip about a model that everybody loves.
Yeah, but
An anonymous tip, and they put her first and last name out there.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
No, a
'Cause
journalist
they
would
could-
put
they
that
could-
out.
No,
there.
they could get sued for that.
No, but I'm saying, like, if she wrote this article, it doesn't shock me that a journalist would put that out there. That doesn't shock me at all, actually.
Yeah. Well,
I could pretend to be. I'm an internet journalist.
That's all journalists now.
No, I just meant like, those kids who feel like
That's most journalists nowadays.
children.
Yeah, they act like it.
No, I mean legit like 14 years old behind the screen like, look what I found on this website.
Probably they're ghostwriters.
Gene, you're so pessimistic.
I'm not pessimistic. I'm just
Just a pest.
You didn't like that one. You didn't laugh.
He's like, what?
No,
What did he say?
it's not. I didn't like it. I just didn't laugh.
So, if you liked it, you would have laughed.
Yeah,
You would have
but I'm
cackled.
No, I'm just
actually.
neutral.
Okay.
I'm not like, oh, that was horrible. But I'm just like, okay. All right, so something new that adds to me feeling good. I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu last Tuesday. Because my place started offering it. They're like, oh, we're gonna have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Tuesday and Thursday. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. It's right here. I don't have to go to another place because I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to go to a different gym.
Why do you karate?
Karate?
Why do you karate chop the air when you're telling a story? You're like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
sorry, I know you guys can't see that, but his hands. Just imagine what it would look like if somebody was going with his
Okay,
hands.
why does he sound like a freaking rooster about
Oh,
to say
I didn't think-
cockadoodle?
Wow, I was going racial with that one.
I thought you were going a little racial. too.
Yeah, I was.
Yikes. I'm sorry, my mind doesn't go
No,
there
good for you.
automatically.
You're
Yeah.
full of shit. Yes, it does. You just don't say it.
I legitimately didn't.
I doubt that.
How are you?
You said karate and chuka and it didn't. You went to.
I didn't say either one of those words. Actually, that
I was
was
talking about
Des.
what he said, and your
Yeah.
mind didn't go a little racial.
No, because it sounded like he was about to say cockadoodle doo to me.
I don't believe
you
you.
hear it too, though,
That's
right?
not what I heard. until
Nah,
you
that's
said
not what
it.
I heard.
The
I
cockadoodle doo.
I heard
saw
that
a
after you
person.
said
With,
it.
I saw someone with Des's
Hey,
eyes.
hey, buddy.
Look in the
These
mirror.
are-
I know my goddamn little.
He did it. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I can't with you guys.
Started doing that shit. That shit's it's fun. Like
Is it easier or harder than Muay Thai?
they're both it's different. They're both hard for their own reason. Like I was talking like it because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like your whole entire body. Like last week I was dead because my dumbass I called it a double up. I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I did Muay Thai right after, which was stupid because I was like dead on. It hurt to sleep. I was like, I was so sore, it hurt to sleep. No, it's fun because it's like chess, but with the body in a way. Because like what he taught us how to do an arm bar from the ground. And then after like we're doing our lessons, we rolled with each other, which essentially just like wrestling and shit. And then we're like wrestling, and the only thing I know is armbar. And the guy, he knows armbar from like a top guard and bottom guard. And then we're wrestling and stuff. He keeps getting me in a top mounted armbar, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ah! And then somehow towards the end, I somehow figured out I was on top of him. No, I was on the bottom with him, and I was pulling him down, trying to get him into
Keep going, Hugh.
So I was pulling him, trying to get into like an arm bar.
Oh yeah.
And then I somehow got on top of him. It is very sexual. Like your dick's like right in front of their face.
It's not sexy anymore.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourselves.
I love how we both did that at the same time though.
And then
I was getting very sexual.
It was. I tried to let it go, and I was like, all right.
And then I somehow got on top of him, but then I didn't. I somehow put him in the armbar without realizing that I don't know how I did it, but I just did, and I was like, oh, how did I do this? And he's like, how'd you do that? I was like, I don't know. And then the class ended, and I ended with like a big smile on my face, and I realized why it's so fun is because it's like wrestling, like when you're a kid. That's what it brings out. It's like it brings out the child in you because like
that makes sense.
That's the only thing I could equate it to. It's like oh we're like wrestling, we're playing.
Yeah.
Because that's how I look at Muay Thai also. It's like when we're sparring with each other, we're playing, in a rougher way obviously, but we're playing with each other, and that's why I looked at like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu also, and it's fun. It's very fun. I get why people love it. I get why it's so popular.
No girl beat you up this time?
Thursday there was a girl, but they're also like at the same level.
Oh, okay.
I know one girl. I haven't seen her in years, but if she told me like take off your pants or I'll fuck you up. Yes, I'll just be like I can't do anything. She'll just grab me. I'm like no help. But like yeah. And I noticed like my confidence has actually gone up because it's nice knowing that because on Thursday we learned how to do hip throws also into like an arm bar, and it's nice knowing that like it's like I clicked. And it's that kind of nice knowing now that you can actually do that to somebody. Yeah. Would I want to? Of course not. But it's nice knowing that, like, oh, if I like grab you there, I can just. And
why not? There's a friend that I'm thinking of that you have that you should just test that on one day. Just keep poking the bear until he attacks, and then flip it around on him and be like, fucker, Josh.
I wouldn't do it to Josh.
Why?
Because I don't hate him like that.
It's not about hate. Just test yourself.
No, I don't have to do that.
You're going to have all these skills and never use them.
I just ask him if it did to do it. And he'll be like,
that's no fun.
I'm not just going to do it randomly.
No, not randomly. Just keep, bothering him until he attacks you.
I don't want to get people mad.
Oh, my God.
I don't like doing that to people. Not on purpose.
Stupid.
Oh, no, I'm not going to just do that.
Just do it to death.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, man.
No.
Hey, let me put you in a master lock. No, you gotta sneak up behind him and be like, fucker,
I learned guillotine to do guillotine with my legs also. That's also.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So like just
what?
A guillotine both my legs.
Guillotine?
Oh, sure. Yeah, both my legs.
That you're never gonna use other than being at.
Oh, if I do competitions, yeah, I'll use it. And I told myself I would compete with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Over like not in like another year or so, but
okay. Well,
it's like I just started.
Does one class. I shall compete.
I'm ready now, Sensei.
Sir, I'm ready. I can do it, sir.
I've been training my whole life, Sensei.
You've only been there twice, bud.
It's like, I shall compete, but it hurts to sleep. But no, yeah, in the future, I could definitely see you doing
that's
like
good.
that.
I would watch that.
Fun.
Yeah, we would come support you.
100%.
Would you invite?
I wouldn't tell you guys.
I know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't tell anybody. It's because I'm gonna get psyched out because people are gonna be there and all.
You're gonna be nervous.
It's just us.
It's nervous.
That's enough.
We would just come wearing.
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Square room apparel.
I wouldn't tell anybody.
See, already embarrassing him.
Yeah, too late. Mm-hmm. You're like, I'm like, shut up.
Wow! We are slanted pavement. You're like, oh, are you his friends? Yeah, we're his bandmates.
Yeah, he would hate us. He would definitely hate us.
We're the bass player and the drummer.
Or the slanted, whatever we call our twisted ankles or whatever.
You definitely weren't listening. She literally just said it.
Oh, we did?
Literally just said it. That's what she led the band with.
Yeah, I said we are slanted pavement. But
yeah. Twisted Ankles. Jesus Christ. I don't want to be a part of that band.
Well, that was the outcome.
Oh my, no, I'm picturing bad things. Okay.
Yeah, like what happened to me, and
That's
you
what I'm saying.
made a mockery
No, when I say
of
bad
it.
things, I'm just thinking if there was a band named Twisted Ankles, I need to see people coming out not looking healthy.
They come out like a Travis Scott concert.
I was just about to
Oh
say
my
this is
God,
an
no.
astral world.
So they didn't come out.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna go there. Jesus. Phew.
The silent laughs are the worst.
I'm sorry.
Are you? Because the smile is just big on your face,
Smiling.
as I imagine.
Don't
it
you
was
open
after
up
this-
that window.
Oh boy.
You know,
So-
he has over 100 lawsuits against
I
him
can
right
see
It's
now.
his own problem, man. He's had a history of this. When I found out he
And
had
the
a history of
9-year-old
that
boy
shit.
just passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is there kids there? Why is there a kid there?
I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
Astro World. Like,
Why is there a kid there?
festival, Like,
It's
they're-
the kid. Why is there a 9-year-old at a music festival?
because I think it's like family.
It's America. That's why.
Music festivals for
At 9 years old, they're doing crack cocaine, Hugh.
Okay.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's
Let's-
true.
let's-
Welcome to the
I
80s.
think they can go to a concert, buddy.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Harlem in the 80s?
Oh boy.
This is 2020.
That's I'm like, why do you
Have
jump
you
to
seen Harlem in the 80s?
Yes, I
None
was
of us
there.
were alive
I
in the
was
80s.
there. I had a time machine. I was like, it looks like World War II here. Goddamn.
Oh boy.
It does. Look at pictures.
I have
Look
a
like a bomb
question.
went off.
You just said you were there.
I was.
But he's telling
You
us
and
to
your
look at
dad's
pictures.
ball sack
I was
in the
selling
80s.
that. I was there.
He might not even be there
Yeah,
yet.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know.
How often does like
Like
sperm
every
get-
minute, like
Well,
million,
you
a
were
bunch
in your
of them
mom's
die.
uterus.
Nah,
Yeah, you were.
I bled out.
No, what?
In
No, what? Then you wouldn't be here. if
What are you
you're
talking about?
able-
How you know I'm here? How you know I'm not from the future?
Oh my God! Did you say you bled out?
Did I?
Oh my God! Are you talking about her period?
What else?
Oh my God! You don't talk about those things. That's a woman's special time.
Her period?
It's not special.
I don't
It's
think it's that
horrible.
special.
We,
Yeah.
we don't make fun of those.
I'm not
things.
making fun of it. I just made a joke of it.
But also,
I guess
women
it's
are
I guess I'm making fun of it, yeah.
women are born with all the eggs that they will ever have. So
Yeah.
I
they-
got
in the
2
80s
eggs.
Oh my God!
now
Oh
you're
my
making
God.
fun.
I
Now-
got 2.
You did this, Joe. I tried to save all of you guys. You know what's even better is that he took a class in college to respect these things.
It wasn't a class. Wasn't that like your major?
No, I'm a
Human
major. I went to
sexuality?
college. I didn't go to university like a twat. It was an elective.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I went to university to take a degree. I'm gonna be in debt for 10 years.
Oh my God, he said.
So you did a class in
Elective.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
in-
It was a great class. I loved it.
What was it? Human sexuality.
Yeah, one of the best classes I've ever taken. Very useful. A lot of
For what?
information.
For what?
Mocking
Thank you.
Women who
I
can't
didn't need that.
reproduce?
I didn't mock women that.
Can't
How
even
did I
talk.
mock women that didn't reproduce? All I said is, yeah, I got 2 eggs. That's all. That's all I said. What does it have to? I don't know. Your eyebrows going a little up. I don't know what that means. Now you're squinting. What? How does that mock women
Because
that can't
I'm
reproduce?
literally looking at you in disbelief. Like this.
How
kid
did I
is
mock
still
women that-
going on?
How did I mock that women can't reproduce?
You
All I
can't
said is
even get
got.
the fucking
All I said
sentence
is I got
out.
2 eggs. Trying to like. What's
You
that
got
song?
2 fucking brain cells. You're thinking
I
I got 2
know.
phones.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The second you did it the first time,
Yeah,
I
we knew what
caught
it
on.
was.
I know. I actually know
We
that song.
knew it
I
was
just heard
before
that.
you.
Like
that one line.
Yeah. Huh. I just thought I got 2 eggs to be funny. It had nothing to do with mocking women that can't reproduce. I feel sorry for you if you can't. But I'm not mocking you. I just thought I got 2 eggs to be funny.
Yeah, just leave it where it
I
is. I think we're good.
I think you're just digging the hole deeper.
Yeah.
Just
Am
leave
I?
it. Just leave it.
I'm apologizing for saying to the ones that can't reproduce.
Just leave it.
I feel,
Just
leave
it's
it.
okay.
At this
Yeah.
point, they don't even want your
At,
sympathy.
don't
at
want it?
this
No.
point, they're not even listening anymore.
Unfollow, unsubscribe.
Anyone who you offended is already trying to
They got
cancel us.
offended? Dang it. Scrambled eggs then. I guess.
Oh my God, Hugh. Oh my.
Why do I do this podcast with 2?
No, you can't say 2. I am in no part of
You are
this.
dying of laughter right
Because
now.
I tried to stop it. I was being serious in
Des.
the beginning. And you're like, no, Des, it's okay. And then he...
like that.
Crazy, because I have a question about women.
At this point, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want you guys to talk about women anymore.
I hope that somebody here can make sense of this for me, because I can't. Now, in a lot of scenarios, when the woman gets angry, she always takes her child with her, regardless of the age.
That's my baby.
Newborn, 2 years, 5 years, argument with the dad, whether he says get out or she decides to leave on her own, always takes the child, regardless of the time of day, time of night. Is there a reason for that? Because logically in my brain, 3:00 in the morning, you and your boyfriend, boyfriend, I understand. You and the child's father get into an argument. If this father in no way has ever showed you that he's a danger to the child, why does the woman always find the need, usually, not always, usually find the need to be like, yeah, okay, Sammy, wake up, Sammy, we're out of here. 3:00 in the morning, you have no idea where you're going, but you're going to take the child out of the bed.
We're going to our mother's for the weekend.
For whatever reason you feel in the brain that the child is safer with you and you have no idea where you're going, instead of in his own bed where he should be.
I have an opinion. But
No, I would love to.
I want to let one of you wise gentlemen maybe take it first, Hugh.
I think it probably could be despite the father, and to be like, hey, if you keep acting this way, I'm gonna take away your family. Maybe subconsciously you're saying that. But I think it's despite the maybe I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of, is to make the father feel bad. It's like, if you, like I said, if you keep not doing whatever I want, or just keep being mean or something, then I'm gonna take the family away.
See, I kind of thought something like that in a sense, but more so along the lines of, okay, like the only thing that, I don't want to say the only thing, but something that she is for sure that she has, that she feels like nobody can take away, is her child.
That too.
So if I take my child with me, I don't care what else you do. That's the only thing I could think of. But in my eyes, that's a selfish thing to do, especially at certain times of the day or the night.
Yeah, of course.
Depending on, like, if you're like, okay, we're going to my mother's, I can understand that. But sometimes you don't even know where you're going. You're just gonna leave the house as soon as possible with your child, walking the streets. Your child is rubbing the dirt out his eyes because he was dreaming about God knows what. And now you're gonna sit in a bus shed and cry and make a couple calls to see who answers and where you can go.
I think if you're like in that hyper emotional state, you're not really thinking rationally.
But that's my point. Like, as a parent, maybe, like, I don't think it's just me. I can't be like, it's just me. You should think rationally at all times.
Yeah.
And that to me is a selfish thought.
Of course it is. But they probably don't rationalize it at that moment.
That's not crazy to anyone.
It is. It's silly, but like if for that reason, I guess it's silly. Yeah.
I will say, I think it's usually one of three reasons. I think the first potential reason is women carry their child. They have a bond that is separate. Like, it's different than a father's bond. It's not any less valid. It's just different. It's deeper. Women, like, they were literally inside. Like, that's what I mean by deeper, Can't
get deeper than that.
Literally. Women are also the ones who tend to be more nurturing. It's like, even once they're out, like, they feed from your body. It's just a different connection. It's not more so than a father or anything like that. It's just different. So a lot of women have more of a protecting, like, natural instinct when it comes to their children. So they're like, you know what, like, we may not know what tomorrow brings, but my child is going to be with me because they're going to be safe. The child needs its mother.
Is that protecting though? I feel like protecting is leaving the child where the child is safe.
Even in nature though, like, if a like, the only time that the mother animal will leave the babies is if, like, they're going for food and coming back. But, like, if they have to relocate, if it's not safe, like, you're gonna see them dragging their kids across, like, a highway, like, whether it's like a family of, like, possums or raccoons,
that's
or
an animal. They're rational sentient beings.
But I'm just saying, like, that's the instinct. That's a motherly instinct.
And if a mom goes away to get food, normally hides the kids.
For sure. Well, in this case, they would just be at home or daycare
where it's
or
safe, and the dad.
And that's what the mom would.
And that's why I was saying, like, if the dad is of no harm to the child.
Right. I said
no. Yeah.
One of three, right? So, like, I'm just telling you, like, that's how things are kind of perceived. Also in years like that, it's different when the kid is like a teenager, because I'm not saying you don't need your mom as much, but you don't need that like early developmental nurturing the way you do. That's why they say like it's better for a child to be with the mother if it can't be with both parents. And that's why I think in like courts and everything, like women are granted custody more frequently than men. But the second reason is maybe no, that was all my first.
Oh, you said first and second already.
Yeah, I thought you were on.
I started the second, but then I kind of backtracked. My apologies. No, but the second reason I think is that I think a lot of the time men just don't do as much for the child. And that it kind of does tie into the first reason, because I'm talking about like when they're younger, right? Like mom is the one who does bath time and feeds them and does everything. So it's like the dad is just there for playtime, fun time. So the mother is like, I'm taking the kid with me because you are not physically capable of taking care of them the way I can. Doesn't mean that the father has done anything wrong or doesn't contribute, but a lot of women look at it as, well, that's fun time parent, but if there's only one of us, you need the one who's going to take care of you. The third reason would be that some people are really just vindictive, and I think if they know that the parent cares for the child and they are hurt by said parent, they're like, well, I'm gonna hurt you in a way that I know will, you'll feel it.
Honestly, I think most time is number 3.
I don't think it's most of the time. I truly do. I mean, I can't like
I'm dibble-dabbling between 1 and 3.
I think most of the time is 3. I really do.
I think a lot of the time it can be a mix of both. Like, it doesn't just have to be one reason. It's like, listen, I am the primary caregiver. The child needs me, and guess what? You're also going to regret it. It's like a little mix of all.
I think they use 1 to validate 3, but I think a lot of times it's just 3.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think most of the time it's just 3. I think 1's just used to validate it.
And I don't think it's right. Like, you should never weaponize your child against the.
But sadly,
the
that's
parent.
what happens a lot of the time.
Yeah,
that's why I say. I think that's why I said my answer to the person. I think most time it's 3. With 1 use as justification.
The only reason why I don't agree with 2, like what you're saying, it makes sense, but I can't speak for all men.
What was number 2?
Number 2 was more so like that is the fun one.
Oh yeah, no, I don't agree.
Not even necessarily the fun one. It's just like
the things that have to get like
the mom
nurturing
does most
sense.
of the work and wants to make sure that the like I said, they kind of 1 and 2 really go hand in hand.
I separate 1 and 2 because with 2, what I don't agree with is dad. It's not that dad doesn't or dad can't. It's dad chooses not to. Because now, let's say dad does do those things, the bedtime, the bath time, sitting there. Mom now feels like, why am I here? I feel so useless because you're doing the things that, quote unquote, I should be doing.
You're taking my job.
Dad steps back, and the only thing that's left is to be the fun one. Like, what else can I do if you want to be the nurturing one?
No.
Like, yes, once in a while I can step in and do that. But if every day,
to my future baby daddy, don't step back because you want me to feel like a mom. You better wash their ass, change their diapers.
You're saying this now?
No, I'm not saying I'm not going to do it either. But it's like it's
no, it's not that it's not a team, but it's like when you're like, okay,
listen, I got
Paul,
my whole life to live.
Let's say, hey, Paul, come, mommy's gonna bathe you. No, I want daddy to bathe me. Okay, fine, go. That's fine. But when it's constantly dad bathing, dad feeding, dad doing this, dad tucking me in, to a mother, and I kind of went through this a little bit. It's almost like, why am I here then? You guys obviously don't need me.
Yep.
Cause
I get what you're saying. Why
am I not needed?
And
I pushed you out, you son of a bitch.
To me, it's always the safety of the child should come first in my eyes. And if one parent is not a danger to the child by any means whatsoever, for you to take the child out the house without knowing what your proper plan is. Like, for example, let's say it was me and Caden, and Caden and his mom live together. Me and her get in an argument, and she's like, you know what? You can't stay here. Get out. For me to take Caden away from a roof that's on me. I can't be like, well,
Amber
she
Alert.
kicked.
Amber Alert.
So are you saying that this scenario is only a problem for you if like the parent who's taking the child away doesn't know where, like if they knew that they could go to their mom?
Yes, if I'm going to, fine. That's fine. You want to take your child to mom's, that's fine. But a lot of the times, because it's so like all of a sudden, and maybe mom doesn't even like this guy, so you can't even call mom.
Or doesn't even live close enough.
Exactly. But you're still going to take the child away from a roof, from food, for you to just leave and sit in a bus shed and cry and figure it out.
It's very hard to justify taking a kid out of its bed in the middle of the night to, like you said, to go sit and cry in a bus shelter, unless like you guys are in danger. Like if the partner is abusive, exactly, or they're on drugs, or they're out of their mind,
or there's somebody that always comes in the house and you don't feel comfortable. That I understand. Because even in movies, that's what I realize. In movies, when that happens, like I like to look around theaters and see people's reaction, and nobody ever bats an eye or questions why she would take the kid out the house at this time of night. Just random sad movies that make people cry.
Perry?
Like stuff like that. Like if the child is in danger, I completely understand, or the person's not fit, I understand. But like even what you were saying with the judge granting custody to the mom because of
the father's not looked at as an important.
And I don't like that, especially being in 2021.
Yeah, but
we can't go father and mother. We're going parent at this point.
Historically, it's because fathers, you know, they have had the option, whereas the mother, you have to be there, you know. So it's like they're gonna grant that person custody because it's not like they don't take it as like an optional thing. You could technically have kids out there but not truly be a father, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But I do agree with you, like it's different. I think obviously there's still a lot of deadbeats out there, but I do think that men are starting to take it more seriously and like trying to break cycles and all of that stuff. But and I do think that they're being more critical with women as well. Like you're seeing more cases where the men, you know, they'll go to court, to family court, and they will get the full custody, and like the woman is not granted that. And I think that's good. I think it's good that if that's for the well-being of the child, then that's what's done.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I like hearing your guys' opinion because I was talking to one of my friends about it because I really like I didn't understand what reasons there could be to possibly like it just doesn't make sense to me. And because it's your baby, you should want your baby to be safe at all times. Whether you need to leave the house for the night, go sleep at your friends, go by yourself and come back tomorrow morning. And, you know, you guys could talk about it. Or if there's violence involved, of course, I definitely understand. But if it's just an argument or whatever the case is or whatever, for you to take the child, like it just, I don't know. I don't understand. And like I've heard some of my friends go through it. And then, you know, it's, oh, where you know, the guy would do it and the girl would be, oh, where you taking my child? First of all, it's our child and I've never been a danger to our child. So regardless if me and you are arguing and I get her dressed and we're going to the park, you'd even give me a chance to tell you where we're going. And it's an issue.
Well, that just sounds like a shitty situation.
However, other way around, where are you going with my daughter? Oh, this is my daughter. I can go wherever I want with her. And
this is why you don't impregnate anyone.
Right. That's a very like immature way of looking at it.
But that's how a lot of things are, regardless of age, regardless of whatever. When it comes to the child, like you said, the mother is more protective. So if the dad was going somewhere, but the dad is not a danger, automatically, because she's in a type of mood, it's, I don't know what you're going to do with my child.
No, I don't. I mean, for some people, obviously, I wouldn't think about it that way. I'm like, I could be, you know, with my husband, things are good, and like he's getting the kids ready to go out. I'm like, where are you guys going? Like, where you taking our child, my child, whatever? And like in a lighthearted way, like where are you going? Like, I need to know just for the sake of knowing, and vice versa. I would not be like, don't ask me questions. This is my child. I can like, no, we're going to the store. We'll be back in like an hour.
Sound like how? That would sound like hell.
What do you mean?
If like someone was like that, this is why.
But a lot of people are like that.
Most people are like that.
Where are you taking my kid?
In an argument, for sure. On a good day, of course not. But when you and somebody are arguing,
you're gonna get an attitude. But I'm still gonna tell you where your kid is because
it's like I come in here and I'm like, oh, Kingsley, come. Oh, Joe, where's Kingsley's leash? Oh, obviously. Oh, you're gonna take him for a walk. That's nice of you. If me and you are arguing and I come in here, I'm like, oh, Kingsley, come. Where's the leash? Why do you want the leash? To strangle your dog. Like, why else would I want the leash? but it's because we're arguing. Your brain automatically goes to.
You don't impregnate anyone.
But you don't know until these situations come up.
This is
and I just
why
don't
you
like the
vet
fact
people.
that people don't think. Like, I don't. That's what bothers me. People don't think.
Pull out and
when people are upset, they just act, and it just doesn't make sense to me. That is all.
We're animals.
No, I don't like that either. Because if I said we're animals on a good day, I would get killed.
How dare you?
Exactly.
You call me an animal. I am not an animal. I am a human.
I don't know about you personally, but all right. Well, this is the perfect time to get into a listener question. If you're listening and you have a question, a story, or anything that you want to contribute to the episode, we'd love to hear from you. And you can do so by going to thissquareroom.com/ask. Or, just go to thissquareroom.com and then we have a tab. I believe it's Ask Us. So today's question is from Mikey.
Oh,
and
shit.
He says,
Mike!
You done? The fact that you did that with like the straightest face is just like.
He's in my face. I was dumb.
The thing is, I know he doesn't even know where that came from. It just came out.
It came out.
Yeah, I can tell.
Came out like a fart.
Because you had no emotion. Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord. Okay. He says, hey guys, I got a question that I really liked, and I think this could be my second question to stump Hugh.
Fuck you.
Just came out.
It's a fart.
No, that's called Tourette's.
Dang. Why are you mocking my Tourette's?
You don't have Tourette's.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
No,
technically.
see that
Oh
on
my
Twitch?
God. Yeah.
So now you're actually mocking.
Yeah.
No, you called me
I
Tourette's.
said when people say things
She didn't call you Tourette's.
uncontrollably.
You said I had Tourette's.
When people say things
Do I have Tourette's?
uncontrollably.
Shouldn't have brought it up.
I shouldn't have. You're correct.
You done goofed.
Anyway.
Now it's going to be popping out of nowhere everywhere.
All right, hush. He says, I got a question that I really liked, and I think this could be my second question to stump Hugh. However, now I feel like that's too confident and I'm going to jinx it, but whatever.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So, first, I got to set the scene.
Ooh.
It's a nice, warm morning. You do your everyday routine, make coffee, breakfast, etc. You're all done and ready to start your day. Des, you're going to have to use your imagination real hard for all that since you work at night. Anyways, just before you start your day, you realize you forgot to check the mail. How silly of you. I love how he's setting the scene. I love it.
You check the mail when I get home, actually. When I have to check the mail in the morning.
No, but like if you're looking forward to something, you gotta.
Don't even. Just keep
I
breathing.
do the mail. I know when it comes.
Just keep going.
So you already fucked up there, Mikey.
It's like, you can't stop me.
Stupid.
You forgot to check the mail. How silly of you. You check your mail. Most of it is junk. Until you stumble across a letter written to you from you. You think it's just some prank, so you toss it on the counter and go on with your day.
I wouldn't do that.
You come back home, all tired, ready to relax, and your eyes lay upon the letter. Curiosity gets to you, and you read the letter. The letter starts off by listing exactly everything you did that day and tells you stuff that would be impossible for anyone else to know except you. This letter is from you 10 years in the future. The letter reads out decisions that you make in the span of those 10 years. The letter tells you the situation of the decision, later to advise you to make the opposite decision they made because they heavily regretted it. So essentially, this letter is written by you from the future and is telling you to make the opposite choices they made because you will regret them in the future. Mm-hmm. Now, for the question, do you listen to the letter and make the opposite decisions you made in order to prevent the feeling of regret in the future? Or do you ignore the letter because you yourself do not sense the regret of some decisions? For example, let's say the letter says you will meet the one tomorrow. Mm-hmm. They are perfect and you know you could spend the rest of your life with them, but the letter tells you not to go out with them because in the future you regret that you went out with them. Mm. Do you listen to the letter?
Hell yeah.
Or do you ignore the warnings of the letter and do what you want? Or, technically speaking, doing what you already did. I was inspired by an anime concept to write this question, so I hope you all like it. That's pretty much it. Thanks, guys. And then he says, P.S. Joe, do not come for me if there are some grammar mistakes here. Disagreeing on whether cereal is a soup is nothing compared to coming at someone for misplacing words in a sentence. If that were the case, you would be going off on yourself for stuttering. Yo!
Damn. Well, you read it fine, so
he countered your counter. That's crazy.
He got you.
Not a diss.
He checkmated you.
Not a diss, because I've been there too, so I'm willing to call it a truce.
Aww.
And I'm willing to say and I'm willing to call it a truce with you as well, Des, because you recommend me good shows to watch. Yo, Mikey actually came for me, and I have nothing to say.
Nothing. There's nothing.
Looks like you've been stunned.
Nothing to say. Yeah. Okay, so all right, Mikey. No comment about the grammar. Although I did see one mistake. No, I'm actually just BSing. But yeah, okay. So what do you guys say to that?
I will go first because I was actually thinking about this the whole time, and I already have an answer. Would I listen to myself? I would test myself. So would I go out with that girl tomorrow? Yes, but I'd be on my P's and Q's to see what. So
you wouldn't listen?
I would, to a certain, like, if let's say he listed 10 things that I like, don't do these 10 things, I would do maybe 3 or 4 to see how it turns out short term. And if I'm like, fuck.
But it's you, so don't you trust you? If there's anyone
don't
in the
I
world
trust
you
me?
should trust?
No, because maybe that me will not be happy. But now that I know what I'm heading into, maybe I'll be okay with it.
You never trust yourself.
True, or maybe just doing the opposite still won't bring you happiness.
And if this was the one, obviously she's not the one, sir.
And out of everyone, you would be the one who's just like, I don't trust myself, because future you could just be having a bad day, and you're like, you know what? I'm never gonna make those mistakes. Yeah. And I think out of the three of us in this room, you would do the most impulsive.
And I even actually thought, like, my next answer, other than split, if you're like, okay, it's either you're fully doing it or not, I'm gonna go with not. Because if I can send a letter back to my past self in the future,
you can send another one.
Send another one.
But you're gonna continue to ignore it.
Sir, I did this already. I know what you're going to do because I did it twice already. Trust me.
Okay, let's say,
and I will keep doing it until one of me gets it right.
Let's say that's not an option though, just because Mikey didn't put that one out there.
Okay, fine.
You're
I'm going. There's a time machine. Obviously, I can send a letter to myself. Why would I do it again?
Yeah, that's weird. It's like a time machine, but only for like mail.
And if I can do it again, I'm gonna keep mailing myself.
This is called the postal service. We're just really slow.
No, but you're going back in time.
If not,
from the future.
I would have to go through what this guy went through, because I need to know. Because the not knowing would kill me. Even if I do everything opposite, now that I know that there was another life, it would intrigue me way too much.
Because you want to follow like your natural instincts.
Especially if I see this girl and she is everything.
If I met, God. Like the one, like you have to be curious. Like,
what could it have been? What went wrong?
What is future me saying? Like, if future me says this person is perfect, like, why can't I? But then maybe it's just like, oh, you can't go out with them now, but like the timing is wrong. Like, you know what I mean? But like, if you wait a year, then you guys reconnect.
Who knows? Maybe you wait a year and she's in the hospital, or she can't walk and she can't talk and she's just
so.
I want to walk down the beach and make her feel the sand between her toes. I don't want to have to sprinkle sand on her toes.
What if she doesn't even like sand?
I don't want her to like sand.
Sand gets everywhere.
It does.
So what the hell are you doing at the beach?
I want to set the mood.
So you can go buy a bag of sand.
Just dump it on her feet for her. Sprinkle some water. But no, I don't think I would listen to myself, because I know how difficult I am. And I know that when I'm curious, I am very fucking curious.
I think I would really try hard to listen to myself, but I may have to do what you suggested, which is like maybe test certain things.
Theories.
Certain things that are like, okay, like this was a regret, but maybe it wasn't as bad as some of the other ones. So like, let me
try this one and see why.
Or if it's like, if the opposite, if I'm like, in that moment, I'm really like, I'm not comfortable with doing the opposite of what my gut tells me, then I just gotta like live with the regrets. And like, that's how life works, right? Like, if sometimes you regret things and you can't go back. Exactly. You just gotta trust that, like, hey, I followed my gut in this moment,
and that's what it was.
And
by the way, Mikey, I just want you to know, if I did that, I'd be a smart motherfucker to remember exactly what I did 10 years ago on that day.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is crazy.
Yeah, because we can't remember what we did. Like,
I don't remember what I did like 2 days ago. Do I? Oh.
What about you, Hugh? What are you stumped on this one, or
no? I'll do it.
You listen to yourself.
Yeah, I trust myself enough.
I believe
Because
that.
if I took the time to actually write all that shit down and then figure out a way to send it to the 10 years in the past, I would do that now if I could. So yeah, I would do that.
Well, maybe it's not like you have to figure it out.
What if-
I assume that it was just like a thing that you are able to do in the future.
What if
Yeah.
it's like
No, I would do it.
you can't tell anybody either?
Yeah, sure.
That's
Who am I
crazy.
gonna tell myself?
Your best friends.
No.
No?
Nah.
I would. I'd be like, guys, table
Yeah,
talk.
I'd probably think about it.
No.
Yeah.
Look at this letter I got.
What if that
Isn't this
screws up the
crazy?
future?
Like, because your mind is just like, is this true or not?
But what if your future you know you're gonna tell your friends?
That's what I'm saying. What if the letter says
And
you
what if
cannot
that you-
tell anybody?
So then don't.
I would.
fuck
I
up the
would.
future.
I would. I would.
Yeah, no.
So then that's the first thing that you're not going to listen to.
That, exactly. I already lost. Don't open the letter. Open.
Shit. No, I'd listen to it. I trust myself enough.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good for you, Hugh.
So yeah,
It would-
that's right, Mike. You didn't stop me, bitch. You're not a bitch.
R.I.P. headphone listeners. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you gotta. Hey, I'm listening to what Glizzy Slizzy said. She
Oh,
said, "Shout."
boy.
You can't use what one person says.
One person's enough.
as the
One's enough.
excuse.
I am proud of what she
for
did.
bad behavior.
Hey, she likes the bad behavior, so I'll continue to do it.
Whoa. Okay. Don't know where this is going.
This is like I'm uncomfortable.
yeah. How does it feel?
You guys don't know, like, I've watched Big Mouth, and it really, like, I'm a little scared. Like,
What?
and it's-
I have to see this.
and
new
it's
season
crazy
now.
because
Why?
me and my cousin, she's 13, and we talk, and she's like, "Oh my god, did you see?
Why is a
did you wa-"
13-year-old watching that?
That's what I
Well, we
said.
talked about this before, though.
It's around that age group where there's certain information in there they need
It's
to know.
actually educational.
It is very educational.
I
You
wouldn't
know-
have a 13-year-old. I felt uncomfortable watching this show.
when
I
she
wouldn't have a
when she told me,
13-year-old.
I was like, "Excuse me." She's like, "What? Come on." And I'm like,
I know these
"Okay,
days.
you
I
know,
remember when I
you're
was-
being
I watched
honest."
the Boondocks when I was grade 6.
You see what I mean?
And
Yeah.
that show, no one told me not to watch it. I remember seeing it once, and I'm like, oh my god, these children are very rude.
I don't like it.
No, seriously.
like it at all.
Yeah, I became British.
I don't feel comfortable anymore.
Oh,
No, seriously. So I never watched it.
Too many N-words
You
for
know,
me.
it's funny because in Big Mouth, British. This is not even like a spoiler. So, there's somebody with a British accent,
Ooh.
and somebody else was like, "Oh, like, you
The
know,
boy?
these two gay guys over here," and they're like, "We're not gay," and he's like, "What? You're not gay?" And he's like, "No, we're just British," and he's like, "What's the difference?" So when you did that, that's what I thought about. I can't tell you who though.
No, I was like, who's British? But I remember the little like blonde boy, right?
Which blonde boy?
Is he not gay? He was dating a guy.
Oh, he's not British.
Just because you date a guy doesn't mean you're gay.
No, so who's the British character?
Lola's vagina.
Hello.
You know her gates?
Yeah.
They guard her castle.
What's her castle?
can't remember.
Oh yeah,
The castle the clit?
yeah,
Oh, makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense.
He was like, maybe I might have to.
No, I'm not
check
watching
this
this
out.
show.
No, don't, Hugh.
I'm
You-
not. I know. I
you-
watched a
yeah.
little bit. I was like,
The thing
I was
is,
gagged
it's
about
so
it.
ridiculous that like I feel like you would like it.
no, I
but-
tried. I didn't like it.
No.
I was like, this is fucking
It's too
weird.
much for her.
Because it's like they look like kids. It's like that's why it's
They
weird.
They
are. They're in
are.
high.
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
fucking weird. It's
No,
weird.
I think
that
they
show's
started
weird.
and they were all like 12. Like they
They're
were
in grade
like,
6. Now they're in grade 7, grade 8.
Yeah, this is weird. This is
Yeah.
weird. This is
They're
Well,
weird.
going through puberty.
they're
Yeah,
going through changes.
I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's still weird. It's still weird. I'm good.
But okay.
Protect
Alright.
the castle. What's the gates? Her vulva?
Oh yes, yes. Sorry, I was giving you the yes look, like you know.
Oh, so then I guess the. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so then wouldn't it make more sense if the G spot was the castle?
I didn't write this. I don't know.
That would make more sense though, wouldn't it?
Like the castle is her whole entire vagina, and then there's 2 guards at the top, which are
The clit.
yeah. And then when the gates open, I can't. I would just say the show. I don't want to say the show.
I guess the throne would be the G spot.
There's no like actual throne. It's just
But that would make sense.
the gate and the door.
Well, that would make sense. wouldn't it,
They
not?
would.
It would make sense. It would make
And
sense.
if you actually paid attention, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen this season yet, but I'm sure they call it by the proper name, which is the vulva.
Mm-hmm.
You said vagina.
I will continue to say vagina forever. I didn't take a course.
You're like, I'm not.
I don't know what these things are.
Vulva is outside. Vagina is the inside.
Vagina's lips.
So the inner,
I thought that was the outer labia.
the labia majora and minora.
How
those-
many names do you guys need?
Just call it a fucking taint. I mean, not taint a
Oh my
pussy.
god. Oh my
A
god.
taint's below.
Okay. Thank you, Mikey, for the good question.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. I'll use
called
simple
a
terms.
credit card slot.
The lips are on the vulva.
The
The hole, the inside where your pee-pee goes.
No, but not the pee hole, because
That's
you guys
the
have
tunnel.
a different
Yes.
pee hole.
There's
Yes,
2 holes.
The vagina.
There's the little hole and the big hole.
Oh, we have a lot of holes.
I learned that in grade 11,
What?
that girls have a pee hole.
Yeah, I always just think girls pee from their butthole. Because you sit down, where else is it gonna come from? You don't have
I thought it
dicks.
just came like from your actual
Well,
I thought it came
vagina.
from
Girls
Like,
have pee
asshole.
holes as well.
oh, I know that.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we have?
I thought it
pee
just
No,
like
because you guys sat down, so I was like, the only thing.
No, nobody's entertaining your.
I don't give a fuck. I'm answering it myself. Yeah, because guys don't
That's
pee.
fair.
Guys pee and stand. Most guys don't pee and sit. So I always see girls when they're pee
Tell
pee,
that
they
to
sit
my
down.
ex.
Your ex is weird. I would say like, and I would always see girls like sit down and pee. So I'm like, okay, so they pee out their butthole then. And we all come. Everything
Nope,
just comes
nope,
out.
that's just
what
you.
I thought
That's
for
just
years.
you,
I was like,
you.
we come out the butthole. They poop out the butthole. Yeah,
he's so stupid.
Did you know
it's
that
very
girls
effective.
have vaginas? Like when
I
you were a
learned-
kid, did you know like boys have pee-pees, girls?
I
have
probably learned like
vaginas
sometime
or
later,
whatever
but
they
like from like
call it?
grade 1, like I was like, it just all comes out. It's a trifecta.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, I think you
I want to
imagine what's going through
I
my
wish
head.
I could see you as a kid,
I don't.
because I would question, like I would just look at you and be like, "Oh my god." poor
That's what I
him."
thought. This is all. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I knew they had a butthole.
Ah!
that
Wait, you thought babies came
All
out
of it.
I thought it all just
Everything
came
came
out.
out the
When did
butthole.
you-
The Holy
How old
Trinity.
were you when you learned about periods?
I don't fucking know.
Because you just literally thought everything just.
Well, periods would probably be grade 6.
Yeah,
'cause that's
periods.
when-
I don't know. I probably saw a vagina sometime between that. I don't remember. I don't know.
He's like, "What does that do?"
What's that
That's
little,
new.
What's that little? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my lord.
Because I don't like. I just remember always knowing. So I guess I would have been a very young child when I know that girls have something and boys have something different. Like, you know.
I think from kindergarten I thought it was all 3. I don't know when I found out what a vagina was, or like I had an idea that the girls had little
Yeah,
slits.
I don't have like a memory of like, oh, this is when I found out. I just always.
This is when I
kinda
saw a
knew.
dick.
I mean, in Jamaica, like everything was just like nobody really cares. Like if you're a girl, you have a vagina. If you're a boy, you have a
Yeah,
penis.
remember.
And like people would like just the kids would shower together, not
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
but you'd shower both kids at the same time. And
That's like if it's like your sibling.
yeah, like me and my cousins,
Not
like
just
my
out
grandma.
here on the streets.
Well,
getting-
getting showered by random people. Shower my kid.
Come on,
No, so it's like I always knew. You don't know what it is. You just know it's not a
What's
penis.
that? What's that thing?
But then
What
you
is
know
that?
it's a. You
What is
thought
that?
we all came from the butthole? That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
maybe,
said this
maybe
before.
you were fucking
I said
born
that
out of an
before, man.
asshole.
Yeah, in
That's
grade
what I'm
11,
for,
I was doing science and I was looking at something and I'm like, why are there 3 holes?
Oh, I think I know where I found it. I the most likelihood is because my mom has so much medical journals in her
Oh,
in
you
her
went through
office.
something.
So I think that's likelihood the most. That's probably when I found out. That's the only thing I could think of. Cause I used to look at because I think that's the first time I saw a naked woman was the medical journals.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, to me that's the only thing I can like think of.
I don't know why this conversation is reminding me of this story, but when I remember, I think I was probably like 8 years old, and I had a friend. We were really good friends. I was gonna say his name, but it's one of your brother's names, so I didn't want to confuse it. It's the one that reminds us of you. Okay. Anyways, no, but like we were like really good friends, and our parents were friends. His mom actually worked for my mom, so she was around all the time, and like, she'd bring him. Like they were both single mothers, blah blah blah. And then one year we were going to summer camp together, and like it was the morning. I was in my mom's room getting ready, and I guess him and his mom came by, and like I didn't know they were there, so I'm like changing, and he walks into the room like oh, ready to be like, hey, like let's get to camp or whatever. And I remember like he like walked in the room and I was like changing and I was like, oh my gosh, like you like cover up, and I was like, shut the door, get out. And like I feel like this is the first time I ever recall being roasted, because like he obviously closed the door. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then like afterwards he was like, I didn't see anything. He's like, I was 8. I was fucking flat as a board.
You don't have anything.
It's
Yeah.
like, it was like, what were you covering? And I remember like laughing, but also like, damn, like I'm a little girl, like I'm just trying.
I
to
have
cover
feelings too. My
Like,
nipples.
This man basically just called me a 2x4, and I don't know. That conversation just reminded me of that story. I'm like, yeah, you know.
And that's not necessarily what he called you.
He didn't
Maybe he
say it.
really didn't see anything. Like,
There was nothing to see.
no, but like maybe you know sometimes when you
nips.
walk in a room, you're not really looking at a person.
No.
He's like, nope,
Yeah.
Des, don't cover for him. Don't cover for him.
No, because there wasn't even like at that age, like 8 years, you don't even have like a little curve of anything. Like
No.
it was just nothing.
Yeah.
Just flat.
Yeah, I had the same thing as him at that point.
You just look the same.
You had a penis?
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
I mean, on the upper half.
okay.
But yeah, because I don't think I started like with training bras until at least 10. I want to say.
Same.
Yeah, same. Nice. All right. Well, let me pull up this article because it was not an article. It was actually a tweet that made articles. You guys are familiar with the Canadian rapper Pressa?
Nope.
That's my guy.
Is that like the?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's funny? That was actually a very accurate impression.
I know that's a sad part.
He's the one who's dating Koi Leray. Is that how you say her name?
The girl that also goes.
Yeah. Yep. That's the one, buddy.
Okay. You see, like, this is why I hate laughing at your jokes, because you just go too far.
I didn't go far enough. That's what all their songs sound like.
Anyways, listen. He tweeted something a few days ago, and it made Americans pissed, particularly Black Americans. So
They're always pissed.
he tweeted, oh my gosh, I can't read this because I don't say the N-word. He said, N-words
Nigga.
be like, I'm black. No, N-word.
Nigga.
You built like a motherfucking Nigerian.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Hold on.
What does that mean? I don't even think that's what that Nigerians
No,
are.
I get it. You don't
How?
get it?
Nigerians are built as hell.
No, not like
he's,
built.
He's not
like
insulting Nigerians.
Yeah.
He's insulting Black Americans. Listen. He said, Americans got no culture. Their biggest culture is hip hop. Motherfuckers don't even know what island they from. They just black like the color.
Yeah, that's what I understood from what he said. You know, okay. Have you ever seen?
You guys are Nigerians.
Have you ever seen?
No,
like,
he's not trying to insult
where somebody
Nigerians.
older will look at a person and be like, "Oh, this guy's probably from Cameroon, or this guy's from
Very, very.
wherever." You can look at someone's distinct features
Yeah,
and kind of.
Oh, you're East African.
So that's
yeah,
what
blah,
he's
blah.
saying. Like,
Oh, you look
even
Nigerian.
if you were not born in Jamaica, you'd be like, "I'm Jamaican," because that is your history, that's your background. But he's just saying, Americans, you guys don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, you guys just say, "I'm black," and leave it at that.
Well, they could just say I'm West African, likely.
But they don't even know their culture, and that's kind of what he's saying.
Damn.
So
Or that's what I understood.
No. That is what
Oh,
he's saying.
okay.
And you have to remember, he's Canadian, just like us. Like, he's from Toronto. He's from Toronto, right?
Yeah.
So So a lot of what Americans need to understand.
He came for that.
Yo, you.
That's why he said you're built like like a Nigerian.
No,
Damn.
hold on. So what a lot of people don't realize here. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, I think you'll hear how we talk. Like, obviously, the three of us are Black Canadians. However, we are all of Jamaican descent. Like, we're all Jamaican as in terms of our ethnicity. Obviously, our nationality is Canadian. But it's very common here. Like,
Your nationality is Canadian. Go ahead.
that's what I said. Our nationality is Canadian. Our ethnicity is Jamaican.
My nationality is Jamaican.
Oh, because you were born there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, immigrant.
But your nationality is what you're a citizen of. So you're also
Yeah, you're Canadian, man.
So
You're one of
I'm
us.
Both.
Yeah, you're
if
Jamaican.
You still
I
have
still
your,
do.
you
You have both
do?
passports?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart. You're a dual citizen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. You're more
So
special
why
than
are you
us.
correcting me? Like,
I don't know. I hate when people, because when I go to Jamaica, they make me feel like I don't belong. And when I'm in Canada, no, I know. When I'm in Canada, everyone tries to drag me in, and I'm like, no,
That's
you
good.
guys are the reason my people are pushing me away.
Oh.
I think it's your mother. Like, she brought you here, so that's why.
Oh.
It's not us. We're just living our lives here. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
you're right.
Blame your mama.
I'm coming for you, mom.
I'm gonna get you, mama.
Joe,
brought me
keep
here.
going.
Who are you gonna make weird comments and then kiss your teeth at me? Like, I'm coming for you, mama. Okay, weirdo. No, but here
It's kind of funny.
it's
though.
very common
It's
to
kinda funny.
identify based off of your ethnicity.
Yeah.
So we're not just gonna say. I mean, yeah, you can say like I'm Caribbean, but most of the
I've
time
never heard anyone say that.
people do. But generally, they specify like, oh, I'm Trinidadian. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
from Saint
Vincentian.
Vincent. I'm a
I'm a guy.
I'm Bayesian, I'm whatever. When we have African people here, you're not just like, oh, this guy's African. You're like, oh, he's Nigerian, he's
Nigerian.
Ghanaian, he's
I'm from
Kenyan,
Ghana.
he's Tanzanian, he's
I'm Somalian.
Zambian,
Yeah.
right?
Ethiopian.
Even the non-black people here, they're hardly just white. It's I'm Italian, I'm
Yeah.
Greek,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean? That's
Hey!
how we are
I was
here.
born here, but my parents are from here.
I'm
Right.
Scottish.
So it's like, you know, that loaded question of like, where are you really from? It's
Yeah.
not as loaded here.
No.
It can
No,
be. It really can be. It depends on the type
I've never
of
heard
person.
anyone say, "Where are you really from?" I just heard people say, "Where are you from?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, my background is like this."
No, it's like being like, oh, where are you from, Hugh? And someone's like, oh, you're Canadian. Like, but where
No,
are
but
you
I know. But
really
when
from?
they ask that question, I know what they mean.
Right, that's why I said it's not as
I know.
loaded
Yeah.
here
For
because
Americans,
a lot
they're like,
of
what do you mean?
right because
I'm here.
because that's when they say go back to Africa and like obviously it's meant in a very racial
Get out of
way.
here, you
So
damn spirit
Pressa-
chucker.
Pressa, like his thought process is not a negative one when he made these tweets because he grew up knowing people's ethnicities, people knowing about their own ethnicities.
I think his intention was to insult.
No, I don't think it was to
say,
insult.
For him to say their culture is only hip hop or their main culture is hip hop, that's a little.
I don't think it is. I think he's like he's
Well,
just saying it
let me
like.
tell you, they were pissed.
Of course they were.
course they were. Like I
Of course
just
they
said,
were. They're mad about everything.
I-
Did you not hear what I said earlier?
Everything upsets them.
No, don't say that.
Because-
Because they're gonna come for us.
Like even like what Press is saying. Like even that comment. Like if you don't like what he said, do you guys know
Well,
do your
I
kids know
think-
where they're from?
I
Like
think that here's the thing though, this is where he's wrong because like anyone who knows about American history in particular, because he's talking specifically about black people, right? And like you know that they were taken on slave ships and they don't actually know where they come from. So to them, they are just black Americans. Yes, our ancestors were also taken on slave ships, but they were dropped off in Jamaica. So we have a little bit more of like a roadmap. You know what I mean? With most of these people, unless they do like one of those like Ancestry, 23andMe, they really don't know. And I think a lot of black Americans, like they've made their own culture, like the South, like they have their own culture and it is American black. And I get where he's coming from because of how we were raised. But it also is a little bit of an ignorant comment because it's like,
I would say the Cajun stuff's more Haitian.
I'm talking about like Southern, like Virginia.
Oh, I guess, yeah. I was thinking Louisiana. When I think South Black, I think Louisiana.
I mean, it is South. I don't, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I feel like what
Georgia.
he sees, like he's writing what he sees, and maybe he sees the people who don't care other than I was born here and that's all I care about.
True.
Where
maybe.
we see the culture, like we see people who do care
The problem
about
is
where they're from.
he's posting this for the world to see,
for
so
sure.
he's gonna get.
I feel like his intention wasn't good, though.
Sorry, someone commented they're like, "Listen here, young lady." But someone says, "I don't know what's funny about white supremacy stripping away our ethnicity and ancestry through years of slavery." You know what I mean? And like, Eugene. Yeah, someone says it's not our fault. They sold us. The fuck? You tried to sound sweet, but you sound dumb. Like, he's making a point. It's just a little bit lost in translation because he can't compare how we are here to there because most people, yeah, like we are proud Canadians. I mean, at least two of the three of us in this room.
Yep.
And
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, go back to where you came
go back
from,
to
boy.
where you came from.
Go back on your boat, boy.
Go back to your country.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
We don't want you
Oh, they
here,
don't want you
boy.
there
They don't want me there either.
Go to the sea.
You guys don't understand.
Go back to where you're really from.
I get so
Hell.
offended. That was a good one. That was actually a really good one.
flinched. I thought you were about to
I
hit
was
me.
gonna say like West Africa.
By the way, I get really.
Well, that's likely. That's where most of the slaves came
I
from.
don't like
I
that
know.
here. I don't like that. I don't like that.
You just told him to go back to Africa.
I don't like that.
I thought that's what you were saying. Go back to where
no,
you came from.
no, Jamaica.
No,
yeah, but then
No.
you said that
Sa-
Jamaicans
and then she
don't
said,
want you.
"Go
said
back to where
hell.
you came from." Then hell.
But I thought you were gonna say like
no,
No.
Hugh, no.
To me logically it made more sense because like that's where
No,
most of us
it's okay,
came from.
because
was West
I-
Africa.
At work, I had actually
That's
several
where Muslims
times.
came from.
I've had several times people come up to me and start speaking in their native African tongue.
I've had
wherever
people
it is
speak
from.
Ethiopian to me.
And I'm looking at them and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you are not one of us."
You're not
And
one
I'm
of
like,
us, are you?
"No." Oh, where are you from? Jamaica? Yes.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk to you
and
anymore.
yeah, and then they just like walk away, and I'm like,
I find that African men really love Jamaican women.
they do. It's weird.
Like I've gotten picked up by like even like my Uber,
It's weird.
Mm.
and he was like, "Oh, like I remember it was years ago, and it was right before I did my 23andMe thing, and I was waiting on the results, and he was like, "Oh, like." He's like, "Oh, like, what's your background?" And I was like, "Oh, Jamaican." He was like, he was like, "Oh, I thought." He was like, "I thought you were Nigerian." I'm like, "No."
I could see that.
The way that both of you guys looked
I
at
could
me,
see
I just knew already because you already told us the results. But
Yeah,
I wasn't, like,
I
so
am-
shocked by it. Yeah,
I am not. I'm not like 100%, but I'm like 40. I'm like the biggest percentage
yeah, it
Nigerian.
makes sense.
So then, don't say you're Jamaican.
yeah, get out of here.
No, it's
Yeah.
Get out of here, you
Phony
Yeah.
no.
African.
You know what was really cool to see? It showed my like my
percentage.
no. I hate when you finish my sentences.
I feel like you just take so long to talk.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my god, my mom does that to me all the time. It's so annoying.
And then hurry it up, buddy.
No, it shows my like distant ancestry, and it shows like the last like 100, 200 years, and it shows like I am from. It said specific parts of Jamaica, and it actually listed where my mom and dad were from, and then it shows like my more distant ancestry, which was a little bit of European, but mostly African, and then and it was really cool. But no, so this oh, okay. This was before I got the results back, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you were Nigerian." I'm like, "Who knows? Maybe." And he was like, "Oh, yes, I think so. Like, you could be my
sister.
African queen." And I was like, "Ah!" Like, just drop me off. And it's like, oh god, and he knows where I live because he's dropping me off. I was like,
I'm always curious what mine would be.
So you should try it one day.
Yeah, we gotta wait for it to go on sale.
they are on sale right now. Actually,
How much
23andMe goes on sale every
much is
November. Not sponsored.
How much is it?
I think it's like one.
He's like, ooh, anything over 20
It's
bucks.
already 120.
No, well, okay. They have an option where you can do your health and your ancestry, or just the ancestry. So it's
I don't
cheaper
know
if you
my
just.
health. I already know what's gonna be on high blood pressure, diabetes.
No, it said like really cool things. Like I found out that genetically I'm more prone to like get mosquito bites, and I'm like,
Makes
well, I
sense.
already fucking know that, but it's
Yeah.
good to know it's not like just in my head.
I'm more prone to get rigor mortis. I'm so sorry. The worst part is normally when I say things like that, it just comes out. I thought about that one and I waited and I waited and I was like, yes, everybody take turns what you're prone on getting. I'm not ashamed. This is who I am.
Why'd you hit a note just now? But yeah, so what is the consensus on this culture situation? Do you guys agree that Black Americans don't have culture, or do you just think it's a
No, they have their own
mix
culture.
in-
It's a mixture of a lot of stuff. But yeah, they have their own culture, I guess. But I think that I don't know what he said. I don't. It doesn't seem like he was trying to be nice. I think he was just trying to be a dick. That's how it came off to me.
I don't
he
think
was
he
trying
was
to-
straight up trying to be a dick, but he definitely wasn't trying to be nice
I think
either.
he was trying to insult them. That's all. I don't know. I feel like it's happened to Americans, Black Americans.
A lot of the time that people do that to them. Like, you guys have no culture. You don't even know where you're from. I feel like a lot of other blacks do that.
When I went to Florida like 10 years ago,
Crocodile.
I was talking to these couple girls and, they're asking me where I'm from, whatever. So I asked them where they're from. And they like looked around. They're like, we're from Florida. I'm like, yeah, but like, where are your parents from? And one girl was like, oh, I don't know. I never asked.
Maybe Haitian. A lot of Haitians. in
They were
Florida.
all Jamaican.
Oh.
How do you not even know? Like, that is bad.
Because it's not that important. I feel like
It's
that's not
not
that
important to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Exactly. So
But also, they could be like a lot more distant Jamaican, like not their parents, not their grandparents, but maybe their
No, that's
great
fine.
people
But
came
I
from Jamaica, so
find
they've lost a bit of
they
that
don't even
culture.
like.
But I feel like Caribbean
Try.
culture only matters like in the northeast for like blacks. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, I can understand.
Like New York, New Jersey, and
True.
stuff.
Yeah.
If you're in New York, you're gonna
You know where you're
Because, like,
you
the-
know a Jamaican,
Yeah.
I've, like-
you know a Haitian, you know an Italian.
Yeah, because
sure.
when
you
I've
know
met people from like New Jersey and New York, they'll say their ethnicity, but like when you go a little south or West Coast or just South in general, then or Midwest and all that crap, they don't really care. I'm just Black American.
Yeah, like I know a lot of like, no, I shouldn't say a lot, but I know a few like Americans who are just like, yeah, like I'm Latin. But like here, it's like no, like I know if my friend is like Mexican or if they're Salvadorian, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of them also, if we're going along with Pressa's ignorance, is they can't or have never ever even left their state, much less travel to other states or other countries. Whereas a lot of us and people we know, like vacation is a thing. We know what our passports look like. A lot of them don't even have passports or
Our
the
black
thought
stamps
of having
better.
passports.
I also think it's not even that. It's
Excuse me.
you. Okay, listen. All episode.
I said our black stance better.
Huh?
I said our black stance better.
What do you mean?
We dance better than the American blacks.
Now you're starting a war.
Who's we?
Oh,
I can,
No, I want to know because
Can you dance?
no. Like you mean like Canadian blacks?
no. Now you're backtracking.
Dance better than American blacks?
Yes.
No fucking.
I
way.
feel like American blacks are more stiff.
No fucking.
Yeah.
I
What-
think he
I've
said
danced
that
with
because
both. I've-
Canadian
nope.
blacks we're all something. We're
Nope.
African. We're
Nope.
Caribbean.
I've danced
When,
with both.
wait.
I've
When you
danced
say
with
dance, what do you mean by dance? Like dance as a whole or wine? Like you're talking about wine.
That's the only dancing I
Oh,
know.
okay, then yeah, for sure.
I'm not talking about that.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I don't give a fuck about breakdancing.
Blocking.
It's like it's not
That's crazy that he jumped straight to breakdancing.
that. I don't know.
Blacks can
Racist.
do more than breakdance,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm talking about the
They can do fucking
Americans.
ballroom and contemporary.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
And
the
tap it.
Americans.
Yeah.
Yes,
they-
blacks can do that in America. Up here, we cannot.
You sure?
Yeah.
Not true either.
Look,
We can?
we're just generalizing a lot in this podcast.
We
guys.
can?
Since I was fucking 3 years old, I took ballet, jazz. I did tap.
Clearly
ballet,
the balance
didn't
is-
I?
Yeah, but you are not the typical black Joe.
What does that mean? I was gonna call you Hugh.
Yeah,
I would accept that.
Why?
I would accept that.
With the way you're not the typical black.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't feel like you're like if somebody was like
What is the typical black?
Open your eyes,
Deswayne?
man.
I'm gonna use the word
Okay, never mind. Turn around.
for the lack of my vocabulary, I'm gonna use the word ghetto. You are in not the way you act, not the way you speak.
down.
Like when you're upset, you don't get ratchet, if that makes sense.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I've never seen you like do this hand thing.
Nah.
I've never seen you come out of your character as what
Nah.
I know you as. Like if you're upset, you'll still get your point across in an upset manner. But
yes, but I
feel like I
see. The
don't
thing
know.
is, what you're trying to do is give me a compliment, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But what
you want to
you're
be your
doing
typical black?
Is no, but you're But
I am.
I don't
The
think
rest of them?
being ghetto is a typical black thing. The rest of them. So what you think you're typical?
I try not to be. Like
think
I
you
force.
typical?
Oh fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no.
I'm joking. No, I don't want to be the.
Oh,
I
was
don't.
that woo like a celebration?
Yeah,
I don't want to be the
yeah, it was.
stereotype. I don't want to be the
Oh, I
stereotype.
thought you were about to say I don't want to be black.
No, I love being black, dude.
And like
I,
Hugh says like said before, like stereotypes are there for a reason.
I'm happy I'm not the stereotype. I don't want to be
Me
the
and I
stereotype.
pride myself. Like I remember going to high school and
Oh,
like
man, I don't
the
like where this
quote
is
unquote cool kids or whatever. You
Yeah,
know,
you know.
the cool black kids.
West Hill.
I did not want to be like they were weird.
You
They
know,
were-
I know what you're talking
And
about.
those are your
I got insulted.
unfortunate typicals until they grow up.
You know what's funny? Yeah, at my school as well, the more popular black people were always the ones who were a little more stereotypical. I don't think any of them were particularly ghetto, but they were a little more so than like
The one
some
that
of the
called me
others.
whitewashed for so long was the typical, and then I asked him what's being black. I was like, if you know what being black is, show me the way. And he knew what I was getting at.
Yeah, of
he was
course.
ghetto as fuck, and he didn't say shit. After that, he didn't leave me alone.
Ooh, okay. Let me
He
tell
laid me
this. Let me
alone.
tell this story.
I was like, that's right, little nigga. I ain't gonna be like you damn.
Whoa. There's no need to bring the dog into this. The dog did not do anything, Hugh.
He doesn't remember
Oh my god.
the little N-word. The dog.
A little nigger. Wasn't that the dog's name?
Yeah, that's why I said don't bring the dog into
I
this.
said nigga, not nigger.
Oh, I apologize.
God, it
Oh
hurts when they
wait,
say that
the dog
sometimes.
was a
Nigger.
hard R.
Yeah.
Dog was
Ooh.
harder, dog.
No, so in high school, this is grade 9. My friends and I decided to do something called the blackness scale.
You didn't? Were you
It was-
on the scale?
Huh?
Were you on the scale?
It was me. My
Hold on.
Hey,
Was-
I can speak from a fellow one.
Was that an insult?
I'm insulting myself too.
You didn't hear. You didn't
I
understand.
heard it. I'm just
okay.
saying,
Okay.
you,
Good.
You taught
just,
me to ignore sometimes.
Good. I'm just making sure you understood what he was really
Well, no,
asking.
We're also running a little long, so I'm just trying to get
sorry.
this
Okay,
story out. So, what we did, we were all considered to be whitewashed. Some of us weren't even black.
Oh, was this
I can
was an
believe
actual
that.
test on the internet?
No, we made it up.
Oh.
It was like 4 or 5 of us. We're all girls, and we had
Can we do it?
few tests.
Do you remember the questions?
It wasn't. No, these are things that we had to do. One was outfit. Who can dress the most black?
I would have gone.
And then
black.
the next day, we all like came to school. And, like,
Okay, that's understandable.
This is getting a little
I did
racial.
not. No, I didn't dress ratchet. I had this really cute thing and had like the Jamaica flag on it. Like I didn't go like.
Yeah, tourist.
I didn't. True, but my point is, I didn't go.
Yeah, ghetto.
Right.
You didn't
that,
go like.
that wasn't my instinct. No. Stop! You're gonna start a fire. But like that was one of the categories. Like who, and then we would give each other points based off of whatever.
That's fair.
One of them. Oh gosh.
You guys were some
There
pretty
were a
racist
few of them,
kids.
but one of them.
Jeez.
One of them was our gangster walk.
Jeez. You won that one, huh?
Imagine these little grade 9s that were like
crip
walking
walking.
down the hallway, like like a fucking like limp, like we were pimps. Or it was quite embarrassing. I don't remember who won. I think I did well. I can't remember if I won though. I definitely didn't.
No, I just meant the walk.
That's bad.
I think my walk was decent.
That's what
they
I mean.
Were all
I feel like
stupid
you
though,
could.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
out
feel
of,
like you could nail the walk better than the Jamaica shirt.
okay. Yeah, maybe it was a miss, but hey, at least I didn't go like full on like ratchet.
That was the
like-
point you're supposed to. It's a black test. You're lost.
No, but see, my version of black was like, oh, like
Myself.
You know. Well, yeah. I mean, although we did go very typical with like the walk, like the gangster walk had to be part of the black. Like it was like shit like that. But it was like before you realize that like stereotypes are, but like we took these stereotypes and we actually made them funny.
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fun of stereotypes. You just
And
turn it into a joke.
it was just amongst a few of us.
Yeah.
But
And now amongst the world.
my one friend who participated is listening.
Good.
So, sorry, girl.
We're not sorry.
I do know I did better than her. Definitely on the walk, at least. I can't remember what the other categories are. Maybe I'll try to ask her and figure out what they are, and then we can do our test. I feel like Des would obviously win, and I would take second.
Wow. No, I see that. Yep, no argument.
I'm okay. I don't want to be the stereotypes.
Yeah, I can see
Do you
that.
remember Hugh?
I'm good.
Hugh. Why do I keep calling you Hugh? Des, do you remember a few weeks ago we were playing a song and he was trying to tell us to run back the song. He's like, play it again.
Play it again.
You don't remember it, but Des remembers exactly what I was talking about. So for that
Yeah.
reason alone, I
Yeah,
should win.
yeah, you're right, you're right.
I'm good. I don't want to be a stereotype. I am totally fine with that. When I lose a stereotype test, good with me. Great with me.
You lose a lot of tests. You're upstairs, remember?
Yeah.
All right, but that brings us to the end of our episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.